deep into my eyes. You feel yourself growing sleepier and sleepier, fade and fall asleep into a dream world. Hi, my name's Andrea Lambert. I'm here to talk to you today about some books I like and this video is kind of an experiment. I'm trying out my new laptop and seeing kind of what it can do and trying to play with the video function and just kind of see how it's different and what can be done with this. So, guess what? Adventure shall now occur. Yippee. Strange thing that happened to me the last week or so that was extremely unpleasant. Basically, what happened was I'm mentally ill, so I take a lot of psychiatric medication, and there was a mix-up in the communication between my doctor and my pharmacy, so they weren't able to fill one of the medications. And when you take 5 or 6 medications and one of them isn't there, if you're me, that means you can't function. So last week, when I was having that whole crisis over my medication, I was beset by this idea that I could not present myself in front of other people without them freaking out and calling ambulances, and horrible things happened. So by making this video, this is kind of a step forward where I'm like, okay, I'm presenting myself. I'm being a human being. This is what I look like. Please don't freak out. Please don't shoot. Please let me live. Please just let me live my life. Which, I mean, today I went to CVS and everyone was fine. It's not like I look that weird, but you know, that body dysmorphia where you just feel like you look like a space alien. Like I got this deep tan and my hair is all gray and I'm like this weird little old woman is like wandering around creepily. So yeah, okay. I am not dying. I need you to know that. I am healthy, I am functional. Everything is going pretty well. I just had a difficult month. But I mean, I have noticed my body has changed, and I don't like it either. I also hate it. But there's nothing that can be done other than just eating a lot of ice cream and, food and waiting and seeing. So, oh well. I mean, it's not like healthy is really an option when you're disabled. It's not like I have the option where I can just choose to be healthy. That's not how it works. I just have to take my prescribed medication as prescribed, follow my doctor's orders, and try to live my life. And that is what means you can't function. So I've had a shitty, shitty month. I probably look like a dead person. I'm well aware how terrible I look. I mean, how terrible I look. I mean, my skin is all like hollowed in, and I look like a skeleton. I basically like this electrified Frankenstein's bride corpse moving through time. But that's all fine. That's all fine. But what I wanted to say was that I have recovered. I have managed to get all my meds straightened out, which is wonderful, and I'm so excited. And I'm here to talk to you about some books that I've been really enjoying. And, and two of these books are by me, of course, duh. And one of these books is by Kat Marnell, and it's called How to Murder Your Life. And that's kind of what inspired this outfit, which I'm aware is ridiculous and is not what I would wear outside of the house. Clearly, obviously, but I mean, for a YouTube video, it's cool. So this book by Kat Marnell, How to Murder Your Life, is just so much fun, and I've been having so much fun with it. I just read it over and over and over, and it just takes me away to this glamorous world where it's just like perfume. Oh boy, I love perfume. Fashion. Ooh, I love it. So I was reading that, and that made me want to start putting on scarves. And You start with the scarves, and then there's just no ending it. And then I started thinking about kind of my adventures in benzodiazepines, which I'm aware people are abusing these days, which I think is really terrible. I'm like, dude, don't do that. And it also gets in the way of people like me who are like legitimate psychiatric patients who have been on them for 10 years because I have schizoaffective disorder. I have a very serious psychiatric condition where I have to be on these medications so I can function.
Schizoaffective disorder is a mental disorder characterized by abnormal thought processes and deregulated emotions. The diagnosis is made when the person has features of both schizophrenia and a mood disorder, either bipolar disorder or depression, but does not strictly meet diagnostic criteria for either alone. The bipolar type is distinguished by symptoms of mania, hypomania, or mixed episode, the depressive type by symptoms of depressive only. Common symptoms of this disorder include hallucinations, paranoid delusions, and disorganized speech and thinking. The onset of symptoms usually bring in young adulthood, currently with an uncertain life prevalence because the disorder was redefined, but the DSM-4 preference estimates there have been at least 1% of the population in the range of 0.5 to 0.8%. Diagnosis is based on observed behavior in the person's reported experiences. Genetics, neurobiology, early and current environment, behavioral, social, and experimental components appear to be important contributory factors. Some recreational and prescription drugs may cause or worsen symptoms. No single isolated organic cause has been found, but excessive evidence exists for abnormalities in the metabolism. Abnormalities in the metabolism of tetrahydroblobla something, dopamine, and glucamic acid in people with schizophrenia, psychotic mood disorders, and schizoaffective disorder. People with schizoaffective disorder are likely to have co-occurring conditions such as anxiety disorders and substance use disorders. Social problems such as long-term unemployment, poverty, and homelessness are common. The average life expectancy for people with the disorder is shorter than those without it due to increased physical health problems from an absence of health-promoting behaviors such as a sedentary lifestyle and a higher suicide rate. This is my pill box. Every day, every other day, every couple days, I put more pills in here. Every day, I take these pills 3 times a day, and then another one I take that's in a different envelope. And every day, I take probably about 8 or 9 different medications, but I do keep it together, I think. I think I keep it together. I think I keep it together rather well. I try. It's hard. But it does sometimes get in the way. Especially when I have a bad reaction like happened last week. This week seems to be a lot better, which I'm very thankful for. Yay for that. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Right? And if you've been on them, I realized looking at this book, which is a book I wrote called Lorazepam in the Valley of Skin. It's available at Valavel's website. And it's a book of poetry, and I'm going to read a poem out of it. I realized looking at this book and realized I'd named a book after a benzodiazepine that came out in 2009. My 2 books came out in 2009, which next year will be in 10 years ago. So I was like, oh my god, it's been 10 years that I've been doing this writing thing. What the hell am I doing? Why am I still doing this? What's going on? What the hell am I even doing? And then I kind of calmed down. But then I kind of calmed down and I realized maybe it was okay. Maybe it was okay that I was still doing this. Maybe it was okay that it had been 10 years. Maybe it was okay that these 2 books, My Prides, My Joys, my 2 books, came out 10 years ago, and there's a bunch of anthologies and whatnot, and interviews, online stuff, but who cares about that, right? But I wanted to read a poem from this book
because this is kind of the beginning of when I started taking benzodiazepines, when I was first prescribed them for my anxiety, because I have really bad anxiety. If I hear like a noise, I will jump about 20 feet. So this book was called Lorazepam and the Value of Skin, Extrapolations on Los Angeles. I'm going to read a poem out of it that I wrote about this transgender prostitute boyfriend I had back in, I guess this would be 2006 or so. And this relationship I had with him, and now what our lives are like, basically. And this poem is called Pear Triple Sec Fig and Olive. In scores, I leaned back against the vinyl, feeling butch, trying to blend. We left at midnight. My coworker's birthday began by cigars, tequila, and nicotine mint. Bacon, avocado, foie gras, chocolate Guinness, lychee Corona. Backseat of the car through warehouses licked. Long black boots slided down the pole, heels up. Her hands down, breaking the light. Her hair, froth, fallen. Red vinyl and tarantella away in the dark. I'm backed against my seat. Boyfriend sculpted by hormones. His wasp waist sliding away from my hands to the bar. Nick. I knew it was him when I tried to raise Van Doren. Tries to raise Mamie. Girl can't help it, and neither can I. Neither can he, neither can she. Oh, Auntie Mame. He drank the blood by the candle, bell, book, and candle, bell, book, and candle, and Ravina summer later. Pistachio lemon, fig and olive, brown bed, coffee Jack Daniels, pear triple sec. I wanted to lick the sweat off her shoulders. Next to me, her thigh boots crossing, lips shining. Do you want to dance? Hey, my name's Brooklyn. Where are you from? Here and there. San Francisco, mostly. Oh, I knew it. I could tell. Melting, honey brown eyes. I could feel my sweat and Roger's ire. I didn't expect this. You're so beautiful. I didn't want to be a John. Pear triple sec, coffee Jack Daniels, fig and olive. You're so beautiful. With Nick, I was never a John. With Molly, I was never a John. Nick would come home with cash in envelopes. $300 an hour was his price. I deposited them in small, tight bundles into the rent account, looking both ways in my respectable dress. It was difficult to transmit legitimate business with cash in the sprawl. In Japan, it was already illegal. William Gibson, Neuromancer. For us, it was getting along. My loans, his food stamps, his body. I loved him. He loved me. He shared my scars. Molly, oh, she seduced me years ago, plucked me from a Halloween party, fed me wine and Vicodin, and we sprawled into a red velvet den. Days gone past. She was a peep show girl then. I hear she's got some sidelines now. But now, the mint nicotine and mojito now, her legs beside me. And I've never had a lap dance before. But I wonder on how many levels of feminism, whether I can even afford her, if I would feel like I'd robbed her, if no cock's a break for her, or just the same. Unlike some ridiculous man. Do you want to have a drink? May I make you dinner? Can I play with the glorious bounce of your hair? All I could say was, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. It took me weeks to get her out of my mind. And I've thought about it a lot. I think I mean, sexuality is a spectrum, clearly, and I am bisexual, but the women are definitely my preference. Definitely my preference. So I guess that's about it for now. I just sort of felt like making another short little video. Um, Almost a little bit in response to that nice commenter who said, I wish you had more videos. I was like, okay, I'll make one for you. So, yeah. Okay. Bye. Your adventure is now ending. Beep, 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 beep. Get off the ride.